How many times do you get upset for not having enough?
Enough health, enough time, enough love, enough money.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Tammy from Pura Eco, the place to be,
To have the energy and vitality.
that you always dreamt of.
And today,
We're going to talk about
Abundance.
how to have a life of abundance. To have abundance, we have to think abundance. And very often, we actually focus on what we lack, on things that we lack. And as a result of that, we will not move forward in our lives, or even worse, we're going to have less.
but instead, if you focus on what you can create, your life is going to start being abundant. When you focus on creating, even food comes to your table without you asking for it. Or maybe you get a call for a job that you've always been waiting for. or
Maybe you applied a long time ago, you forgot
Exactly.
about it, and then boom, it shows up.
Things happen and you start seeing things where you didn't before.
Yeah.
Or even you might find a penny on the floor. But most of us, what happens is like, just another penny.
Exactly. Instead of going like,
Wow,
"Oh,
that's another penny
penny
that's it's going to contribute to my fortune. and
Put it
to-
on the pig bank."
Yes, exactly. We always focus on lack. And the secret to have an abundant life is to focus on creation and abundance. You have to think abundant. You have to think big, because there's always time to go down and have less. And that's how nature works, right? There are cycles.
Yes, exactly. We have cycles like day and night, for example. We have the 4 seasons, and we also have the planting seasons. So there are times to plant and times to harvest.
The first thing you have to do to have an abundant life is to accept that you want an abundant life. And you need to stop that conflict inside, the one that says, on one side, I want to have more, and on the other side, if I have more, I might not be spiritual, or I might not be a good person. That's a belief that is totally not true.
What happens is that many of us were raised with a concept of, you know what, it's okay, it's enough. I don't have to have more.
Yeah, or your standards are low, or you have to settle for what you have.
Or maybe you don't really need to excel in something to be good. You know, what are you making? You're paying the bills and it's good enough. And then you don't think abundance.
And that comes from fear, because we think that when we are successful, we are going to be rejected, we are going to be criticized.
And it's true.
And it's true. But you know what? Who cares? You have an enormous potential that you're not using. We are not using.
Because the thing is that you're also criticized and you're also judged, even if you don't have money, if you're not successful, if you didn't excel in anything. Because those things exist, and it will exist always. So it's just like breaking that fear of being rejected, being less, and going for really what you want, and thinking abundant.
Yes, you are more.
We all have an enormous potential. And the only thing that we need to do is shift that mindset and think abundant, and know that the universe is abundant and that it will give to you. You will get that abundance.
Because we have that fear that abundance is going to end, but it's not true. The universe is abundant. When you look outside and see that life happens all the time, you know that the universe is abundant, and that abundance you can create from the way you think. Our ancestors used to work between 10 to 15 hours a week.
A week,
and all the rest
not
of
a
the
day.
time. Yeah.
Nowadays we work 15, 16 hours a day.
And all the rest of the time they used to rest, to be with family, to enjoy. But we don't do that. And yet they were much more successful, and like they could survive and even thrive with just a little bit of things that they only needed to survive. That's it.
It's true.
And they had
nowadays we think that we need a lot more than we actually need.
Yes. And they used to trust that they would go out and find food and be able to gather and hunt and bring food. And sometimes they had a lot of food and they could feast on it, and sometimes they didn't have anything.
Yes, it's true. And nowadays we only think that we're not going to have enough, that we have to get another job, that we need to go after this promotion, or that we need to make more money because otherwise we're not going to have that vacation. And then we don't have the money, we don't have the vacation, we don't have the time, and also we don't have the relationship, and everything is just a big snowball.
We want to invite you to just practice one little thing. Next time that you find yourself having a thought of lack,
That it's not that you don't have enough.
Yeah, substitute it for one of abundance. Think about how can I make this happen, or how can I get this job, or how can I have more food at the end of the month, or more money or more time, or whatever it is that you want.
Yes, and always as well add the what do I already have and what am I grateful for? Because this
Exactly.
makes a big difference.
And you will realize that you have much more than you need and that you're more than enough. And know that it's okay to have a lot and still be spiritual. In fact, those are the kind of people that this world needs. People that have a lot and they want to contribute a lot to make a
better world, a better
and
place.
change the world and change this capitalist and greedy world we live in today. So if you like the video,
Share
go
it,
ahead, share
like it,
like it, subscribe,
post your comments below.
and we'll see you on the next episode of Pura Eco TV.
Thanks for
Thank
watching.
you.
Bye for now.